Welcome back. So we're going to do things a little bit differently this week for the challenge, staying at home, getting some play in. We're not going to be using a Frisbee. Instead, we're going to be using a piece of paper. So everyone has a piece of paper at home, preferably not crumpled up, so nice and loose, nothing on it at all. And we're going to do two challenges. So the first one is going to be distance, and the second one is going to be MTA, or maximum time aloft. So the goal the first time is to see how far you can have the paper fly. We're going to try a couple different techniques. And then we're also going to try and see how long you're going to have the paper in the air before catching it with one hand. So I'm going to set up the camera. We're going to be throwing from behind cones, and then we're going to be measuring it. You can have, measuring tape. You don't have to really measure it, professionally, especially if you're competing against your brother and sister. You can just put a cone down or a shoe or something just to mark it, and then you can try and beat that mark. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to set up the camera, and we're going to do some distance. Techniques you can try and actually flick with your wrist, try and actually throw the paper. You can just drop it. We're going to try both. We'll see which one goes further. So I'm going to stand behind the cones. First technique, I'm going to try and drop it and see how far it flies. Oh, that's not very good. That's not very good. So we'll put the back of the cone right where the paper is. We'll try a different technique this time. I'm actually going to try to flick my wrist and throw the paper like I would a Frisbee. I have a feeling this is going to do a lot better, but I don't know. We'll see. Paper's very flimsy. All right, here we go. Ooh, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, here we go. So it actually was shorter. That one's kind of tough, actually. So that's distance with paper. And you can see, if you can see that, it didn't go very well. It's like a foot away. That one's tough. All right. This time, I'm going to try maximum time aloft. So I'm going to throw the paper in the air, or I'm going to just drop it. And then before it hits the ground, I'm going to try and catch with one hand. And so the goal is to see how long you can have it from the time you let go to the time you catch it. We'll see how this one goes. Okay, so I'm not very tall. So the taller you are, the more of an advantage you have. You can try and stand on your tippy toes to get some more height. So I'm going to drop the paper and try and have it in the air as long as possible. I don't know if there's a technique, like if you hold it straight down, try and hold it up flat. I don't know what's going to work better, but we'll see how this goes. We'll give it a shot. We'll do a couple tries. Oh, nice. All right, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Let's try it again. Okay. Woo! Oh, you don't want to try and have it hit you. So if it hits you, then I don't know. We could say it counts, maybe not. So anyway, that's the challenge this week. So just take a regular piece of paper. Maybe after you've written some notes or done a book report for school or something, you could take that and try it out. So just have some fun with it. It's best if you challenge somebody. So I'm challenging a few of my friends. We're going to try to see who can have a paper throw or let it float or glide the furthest. I'm not really sure what's going to work best yet. But we're just trying to have some fun. We're just trying to stay active, trying to stay in touch with our friends, even though we can't actually see them. But just something to try while you're at home. So that's paper play, inspired by my good friend Stork, or his name is Dan Roddick. He's in every single Frisbee Hall of Fame, just an amazing, amazing person. And he introduced this concept to us a couple days ago, so I'm sharing it now with you. So try it out. Have some fun with it, see how it goes.